Good morning, Mario. Thanks for coming in. My name is Luciana, and I lead recruitment for the international business team here at Lu Incorporated. Today, we'll spend about 30 minutes talking through your background, the role, and where you see yourself going. Sound good?
Good morning. Oh, the pleasure is mine. I was really looking forward for this conversation and I really prepared myself for this. So let's keep it simple. Uh, get forward as you wish.
Perfect. Let's start simple. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Sure. My name is Mario Enriquez Abram. I am a student at Anahuac University and I'm currently studying international business. I really was interested in this job because I was looking forward to be able to know different ways that a business can grow and surpass some limits and borders. I also worked with some small businesses and some small projects that went very well, very far, and I'm ready for getting the best of myself and the best of everyone else. I'm ready to be here, and I'm a quick learner. What can I say?
Where are you applying for the Junior International Business Analyst position specifically?
Sure, there's two main reasons. First of all, is right at the intersection of the things that I love. I really love working with data, and I really love working with people, and not to mention the global markets. I get to look at trends and understand consumer behavior, and in different regions, and turn into something that the business can count on and more than anything act on. Second, your company has a real footprint in Latin America and Europe, which means that I'm going to be exposed to those markets, and that kind of exposure is really hard to find, especially if on an early career. That that kind of stuff interested me a lot.
What would you say are your two top strengths?
I think I have very much adaptability and analytical thinking. I have been in groups in which the plan has changed like 3 weeks, three times in a week, and I am the one that motivates the group that doesn't get stuck. I always look for finding solutions with what I have and with what I can do. Also, I tend to break down any problem and try to find a solution to every single step so that I can assure that I'm gonna be the best at what can I do with the things that I have. Um, with these things together, they help me stay calm and useful when things also get messy.
And on the flip side, what's a weakness you're aware of?
I tend to say yes too fast in some things. Like when I started at the university, I will take every project that sounded interesting and ended overloaded with stuff. And I also have been working on it, but what can I say? It's part of me. Now I check my calendar like regularly before committing, and I am way more comfortable saying no this time when it makes sense. I work in progress. It's a work in progress, but I improved a lot in the past year. Hi, my name is Mario Enriquez Auram. And did you know that in 2022, a Pokemon card alone sold for over $420,000? And if that surprises you, let me tell you, Logan Paul, a known celebrity and influencer, bought a Charizard Pokemon card, a single Pokemon card, for over $5.3 million. Today, we're gonna learn how a product that started as a toy meant for kids, now it's one of the biggest franchises and biggest markets in the world. How can a Pokemon card, a piece of cardboard, take and get so much value in today's days? In modern days, investors and cryptocurrency businessmen are tired and exhausted of having to invest in something that isn't tangible. You are watching a screen all day and you don't actually have a way to feel the value or the investments that you have done. That's one of the reasons why Pokemon cards are a necessity in today's days. The the target market is adults from 25 to 40 years that have some nostalgia on Pokemon, that have some that can remember good times using the Pokemon products. The Pokemon company has also grossed an estimated $11.6 billion on 2023 alone. That's a huge market to know. And also PSA, the number one grading card system company in all in general, not only Pokemon, has graded over 5 million Pokemon cards in that year alone. That can tell you how many people want to sell, buy, and whatever they want to do with Pokemon cards. And that's not it. Sealed booster boxes or booster packs that are the most common way of obtaining Pokemon cards from that year now they are up to 200% or even 400% in value. That means that Pokemon cards have been growing more than even some real estate offers. But now let's hear other things about Pokemon. Once a Pokemon card is graded, the price on the market stays. And that Pokemon card can be sold even in Mexico, USA, Europe, Africa. That Pokemon card that it's already graded, it becomes an asset with estimated value and predictable growth. And I want to add another one that is super simple. The new generation of kids are also interested and keeping on buying Pokemon products. Why? Because Pokemon is a very large company that has many games, many series, many things that keep people interested and wanting to buy and keep and keep the Pokemon products, keeping their own value. And now let's talk about Pokemon cards competitors. One of the most popular ones are NBA cards, trading cards. There are basically the same logic behind it, but there's a little thing that makes them different. The players behind the cards. The NBA cards have to be with about a player, and if that player gets involved in like a drama or a scandal or maybe an injury, the value of the card can really get affected. That doesn't happen for Pokemon cards. There are cartoons. How can a cartoon affect like that the value of something like that? How can we get Pokemon cards? There are three ways to get Pokemon cards. First is the entry level. You can get them at Costco or Sandbox when they're in stock. Second, there are the mid level. Those cards can be get in like web pages and web stores like TCG Player or maybe CantoCards.com, and that kind of stuff sells like cards separately to maybe playing or stuff like that. Then there is the high level, and that you can go directly to a Pokemon store or get in contact with someone that knows about this stuff and buy like graded cards, graded sealed products from really old times and stuff like that that normally are way um, expensive. And in conclusion, Pokemon has made it again. We all don't know about how does a company can make something really stable that they create a whole marketplace around it. But what can I say? My only advice is to trust me and get used to stuff like this because this is the creme of the creme. This is everything for today. Thank you for hearing me. I'm gonna see you the next time.
How would you handle a situation where a teammate is not pulling their weight on a project with a deadline this Friday?
Okay, first step, I'm gonna take them and get them like privately, and I'm gonna try to talk to him, and no drama, no nothing, no angerness in me, just a quick check-in. Hey, how are you doing with your part? Sometimes people have problems, and sometimes you don't know about them until you ask. So I would ask him if he needs help, and if I can take some work and load out of his back and out of his plate, I'm happy to do it. It's more about motivation than unclear expectations. I want to reach the goal together, not I'm not interested in getting stuck because only one person doesn't move forward. I'm looking for always making the group keep moving forward. Never stay put.
Imagine we send you to negotiate with a supplier in Asia, where the cultural style is much more indirect than what you're used to. How would you adapt?
I would slow down and listen way more than I talk. In an environment that maybe I'm new and it's not on in my comfort zone, I tend to prepare in advance and let people let me know about what they want before I ask to them what they need. Um, I also try to read about the country, and in this case Asia, and the company and negotiation styles that they are used to. I would build a rapport before talking about numbers and bring some small gifts maybe to if they're appropriate. And I would never force to close a sale in the first meeting unless they bring it up to the table. The deal matters, but the relationship with the long-term asset, it's what matters most.
Tell me something that you've accomplished that you're proud of.
Um, First of all, I am very proud of my selection ability. I have a really great girlfriend, and I love her very much. And I know that she supports me a lot, and I am a really strong thinker that the people you are around, you're an average of that person. So I think that if you get to know her, you're gonna know that that's one of the best things that I have.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That's a great question. In 5 years, I would like to be either a senior analyst or a manager, junior manager role, owning a region or a product line. Probably with a degree by then. Ideally, one with an international exposure, like I said. And I also want to be the person that the team can rely on and connects the markets with. Someone that really understands Mexico deeply and can also speak but can also speak the rest of the world.
How do you handle pressure when several deadlines hit at once?
Oh, that's also a great question. I write every single thing down. I sort obviously by deadlines and an impact of the activity. And either is it a big task or even a small task, I tend and try to write everything down so that um, I can have some tangible and in some way to feel that I'm in control of my own stuff, even when I am overwhelmed. Um, no phone, no chat, just my agenda and one task at the time. Pressure, as always, and as I think happens with all the people, doesn't actually go away, but it stops feeling like chaos when I see the plan on paper.
Amazing. Do you have any questions for me before we wrap up?
Yes, actually, I have two questions for you. First of all, how does success looks like in this role after like 6 months, let's say? I want to know what I would be measured on.
Success in this company is measured by how well you're doing, and if you're still here with us after those 6 months, that means that you've already been successful because most of our coworkers don't last more than 6 months. So if you're still here by then, that means that you have done a great job.
That's good to know. I feel the pressure. Second, how does team here usually share their knowledge between regions? I'm curious about how the Latin America and Europe communications are inside the company.
Well, we have delegates from Europe come over to Mexico, and we have coworkers from Mexico go over to Europe, and they are constantly communicating with each other. So you would be communicating with our delegates from Europe.
All right. Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for the time and answering my questions. I really enjoyed this conversation, and I'm really looking forward hearing from you.
Thank you so much for your time, and I will let you know soon if we have considered you for our company.